By Telemundo Deportes, or watch tonight's game in Spanish on Universo.
Southern California on this first weekend of 2018, and at the venerable Los Angeles Coliseum, the Rams are taking the field, ready to face the Falcons in this NFC Wild Card playoff game. Think of the NFL season as a giant series of squares. 32 teams, each playing 16 games, each trying to win every single time out.
He leaps into the end zone! Touchdown! 50, 40! He is Houdini! How did he get free?
Somehow easily makes the catch.
Oh my God!
Intercepted by Harvard!
He's got it!
The Patriots are going to win in Pittsburgh!
Caught by Boyd!
Get in!
Touchdown! Animanium in Buffalo!
Every ounce of energy is all spent with a single purpose: to make it here. January, the playoffs, the road to Super Bowl 52. But when a team actually gets here, the reality is there's a catch. They're right back at square one. So tonight, the Falcons and Rams come in carrying stories with no shortage of hard-earned success and hard-to-forget drama.
The defending champions of the NFC are going to get another shot at the Super Bowl.
For the first time since 2003, the Rams are NFC West champions.
But tonight, they're starting all over, pointed straight ahead to what they've been playing for all along, the square at the very end, Super Bowl 52. The Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum opened its doors 95 years ago, and a ton of sports history has been made here. So what's ahead tonight as Jared Goff leads the Rams against last year's MVP Matt Ryan and the Falcons in this NFC Wild Card playoff game? Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, Michelle DeFoy. Boy, what an improbable story the Rams have written this season. They won 4 games last year. They won 11 games this year. They were last in the league in scoring last year. They were first in the league in scoring this season. They have a 31-year-old head coach. They have stars on both sides of the ball. They are very exciting. The only question right now is how far can this team go? For the Falcons, everybody knows about the Super Bowl meltdown, but here they are back in the playoffs. They finished with a mark of 10-6, and they're the only one of the 6 playoff teams from last year in the NFC to get back. But last year, they were the number 2 seed. They had a much easier road to the Super Bowl. This year, they'll have to take the hard way because they have enough to get to Minneapolis 4 weeks from tomorrow. So, Chris, in terms of the Falcons this year, we've seen just about everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, you name it. How do you assess this team coming into this game?
Extremely dangerous. Defensively, they're improved over what they were a season ago. And offensively, they're a sleeping giant. I mean, let's face it, they haven't quite put it together yet. But when you have players like Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, you know this team is capable of going on a championship run.
Now, the Rams, they are the rags to riches story in the league this year. So what do they have to do tonight? How do they earn a trip to face the Vikings next Sunday?
Just do what they do. I mean, this has been one of the most electrifying offenses all season long. So many young, exciting players on that side of the ball. Jared Goff, Todd Gurley, definitely in the MVP conversation. And defensively, who's been playing better than Aaron Donald? The only question is it too much too soon for this young Rams team? We're about to find out.
Should be exciting tonight. Right now to the field we go, and Michelle Tafoya. Michelle.
Well, Al, teams want to be playing their best football as they roll into the postseason, and individual players do as well. So coming into this game, who's hot and who's not? Last year's MVP, Matt Ryan, entered the 2016 playoffs red hot and put together one of the greatest postseasons in NFL history. It's a different story this season. In the last 5 games, Ryan has thrown 4 touchdown passes, 4 interceptions, and has a passer rating of 78.7. Meanwhile, Todd Gurley, a leading MVP candidate this season, is on a roll. In his last 5 regular season games, he's scored 8 touchdowns and collected 877 yards from scrimmage. But this is Gurley's first playoff appearance. It's the 9th postseason game for Ryan, who told us he thinks that experience is going to play an important role for him tonight, Al.
Michelle, a lot of star power here tonight. What else would you expect in Hollywood? Falcons, Rams, wild card next on NBC.
NBC's Wild Card Playoff is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. By TurboTax, there's nothing to be afraid of. By Verizon, the most awarded network ever. And by the 2018 Kia Sorrento. Learn more at kia.com.